Hello everyone, myself Vivek Sharma and I welcome you to my YouTube channel Lakshya Tutorial Guwahati. Friends, this is the second video on pair of linear equations in two variables, which is the second chapter of class 10 Maths NCERT. So I recommend you to go through my first video whose link is given in the description below. So today we will be studying the general form of a pair of linear equation in two variables. So friends, pair of linear equation is also called system of linear equation. Okay, so whenever you get this term, don't get confused, students. Okay, so generally a pair of linear equation in two variable looks like a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. Students, now x and y are the two variables, so we will say that this is a pair of linear equations in two variables x and y. Okay, now what is a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2? All of these are said to be constants. Actually they are what? They are real numbers. Okay, students, you should be aware of the fact that a1 and b1 cannot be 0 at the same time. Okay, mathematically we write it as a1 square plus b1 square is not equal to 0. Similarly, a2 square plus b2 square is not equals to 0. Now let us try to understand why this is written. Okay, when I say that they cannot be together 0, okay, why I should write this one instead? So I'll say that this thing can be 0 only when a1 is 0 and b1 is 0. Otherwise in no situation this is going to be 0. Suppose you take a value of a1 as -1 and b as 0. See, if you square them up, so what you get? -1 square plus 0 square. So it's 1 plus 0, so it's 1. So this is going to be 0 only when both of them are 0. a1 will be 0 and if b1 is also 0, in that situation only this equation, this will give you 0. Otherwise in no situation you will get 0. That's why I said this will not be 0. That means neither a1 can at the same time a1 and a2 cannot be 0. You can make one of them 0 at a time. Suppose a1 is 0, then b1 will not be 0. If b1 is 0, a1 will not be 0. So same situation hold for the second equation. a2 and b2 cannot be 0 together. See, if they are 0 together, okay, both the variables will get vanished, and in that case it will not be called as linear equation in two variables. Okay, it will not be a linear equation. Okay, if one of them is 0, another one can manage. If this is 0, okay, this will get vanished and this can manage. But if both of them are vanished, a1 and if x and y both of them are vanished, then this will no longer be a linear equation. So students, let me give you one example of linear equation in two variables. So twice x plus 3y minus 4 is equal to 0 minus 1 by 2x plus root 3y plus 9 is equal to 0. So this is a pair of linear equation in two variables. See students, this and this, these three, a1, b1 and c1, all of them are real numbers. Okay, or 2, a1 is 2, a2 is 3, a1 is 2, b1 is 3, c1 is -4, again a2 is half, b2 is root 3, c2 is 9. So this is a pair of linear equation in two variable or system of linear equation. Okay, now we are going to see that what a pair of linear equations in two variables graphically mean. Okay, so just let's begin with linear equation in a linear equation in two variables. Say x minus y is minus 2 is equal to 0. Now we know, students, that this when represented in a graph will be a straight line. Okay, so similarly, when you take a pair of linear equations, suppose now x minus y minus 2 equals to 0 and x plus y minus 3 is equal to 0. So what, each of them will be representing a line. Okay, and both of them will be taken together. That means there will be one line of this form, another might be a line of this form. Okay, so each of them is going to represent a line. So and both of the line will be taken together in a plane. Okay, so when we take these two lines together in a plane, three possible situations may arise. What are the three possible situations, students? So the first situation is these two lines may intersect each other at a point. Okay, so we call them as intersecting lines. Okay, the pair of linear equation represents intersecting lines. In another situation, the two lines might be parallel to each other. Okay, what do you mean by parallel lines? That means they maintain a fixed distance from each other. They will maintain a fixed distance. They are never going to intersect each other. So this is the meaning of parallel lines. So in the second situation, the two linear equation may represent two lines which may be parallel to each other. And the third situation, the two lines may overlap each other. So such lines are called coincident lines. Coincident, or the two lines will be coincident. That means one above the other. Like if one line is this one, the second line will be this one. This line will be represented by this equation. Suppose minus 2 equals to, the second line will be represented by x plus y minus 3 equals to 0. Okay, so these are the three possibilities. Okay, when you consider a pair of linear equation, okay, they represent two lines, okay, in a plane taken together. So three possible situations may arise. In one situation they may intersect each other, in the second in situation they may be parallel to each other, in the third situation they may overlap each other, may be coincident. That means they will share, okay, a common line. So students, let's begin with this first example of NCERT. So in this example, okay, we have a situation in which a girl called Akhila goes to a fair with rupees 20, and she wants to have ride on the giant wheel. Okay, you all know that giant wheel, the big wheel on which people ride, and she want to play hofla. The hofla is a game where you have to throw rings on objects, okay, and if that ring covers that object, the object is yours. So it's very difficult to win this game. Okay, we know that. Okay, so each ride costs rupees. So riding on the giant wheel will cost, each riding on the giant wheel cost rupees 3, students, and the game of hopla, okay, will cost rupees 4. For playing the game of hopla, each time you have to pay 4 rupees. Okay, and so this is one of the, you can say, you can divide this condition in one part. So this was the one part. She had 20 rupees. For each ride she has to pay 3 rupees, and for playing hopla, each time she has to pay 4 rupees. So this is one of the situation. In the second situation, the question says that, and the number of times she played hopla is half the number of times she took ride on the giant wheel. Okay, so see, since the cost of playing hopla is more, so she decided to play hopla only half the number of times she will take the ride. Okay, because ride costs less than playing hopla. Okay, it's clear, students. And she had so you have to now represent the situation algebraically and graphically. Okay, So the first thing that is unknown to me is how many times she took right on the giant wheel, and the second thing that is unknown is how many times she played hopla. Okay, let the number of rides she took be x and the number of times she played hopla be y. Okay, so according to condition 1, students, see if the cost, if suppose what is the number of times she played she took ride, it's x, and number of times she played hopla is y. Okay, suppose and what is the cost of each ride, it's 3 rupees, and the cost of playing hopla is 4 rupees. Okay, suppose she takes ride one time, so how much amount she has to pay? She has to pay 3 into 1, 3 rupees. If she takes 2 rides, she has to pay 3 into 2 rupees, that is 6 rupees. So if similarly if she takes 10 rides, she has to pay how much rupees? 30 rupees. And if I substitute this place with x, okay, because number of rides she took is unknown to us, so let it be x. So what will be the result, students? It will be 3x. So 3x is the cost spent on taking a ride on the giant wheel. Similarly, what is the cost spent for playing hopla? So if she plays hopla for one time, it will be 4 rupees. If she plays hopla for 2 times, it will be 8 rupees. Similarly, if she plays hopla for x times, okay, she has to pay if she plays hopla for y times, she has to pay 4y rupees. Okay, see, this is the total cost spent on playing hopla, and this is the total cost spent on taking a ride on the giant wheel. So if you add these two costs, okay, these two were the activities that were performed by Akila, and on performing these two activity she spent total of rupees 20. Okay, so thrice x plus 4y equals to 20. This is, and now what you have to do, you have to bring this 20 to the left, so this positive will get converted into negative sign. So this is your first equation from the first condition. Let's see the second condition. Do you remember, students, that since playing hopla was charging more than taking ride on the giant wheel, so what she decided? She decided to take to play half the number of times hopla than taking ride on the giant wheel. So number of times she played hopla is y, and number of times she took ride is x. So what is the relation between these two? If you halve the number of times she took ride on the giant wheel, you will get the number of times she played hopla. So this is the second this is the second equation, students. So now what you have to do, just cross multiply. This 2 will go up, okay, and will get multiplied with y, so it becomes 2y equals to x. Now you transfer this 2y to the right side, so what do you get? 2y is equal to x. So when this is transferred, 0 equals to x minus 2y, or you can write it as x minus 2y equals to 0, same thing. So this becomes your second equation. So now the first part, okay, of the question that represent the situation algebraically is done, students. So you have to write thus: the algebraic representation of the given problem is thrice x plus 4y minus 20 equals to 0 and x minus 2y equals to 0. Now we want the graphical representation. Okay, graphical representation. So to represent this situation graphically, what you have to do, we have to consider 2 points, okay, for each of the linear equation in 2 variables in order to draw a line. Okay, and we did this in class 9, how to find out the solution of linear equation. So let's see once again. Suppose this is a linear equation, so what you have to do, you have to send this thrice x to the right side, so it becomes 4y 20 minus thrice x, and then y will be 20 minus thrice x by 4. Now what you have to do, you have to consider different values of x for which you will get values of y. Remember, you have to take such values, okay, those values of x which will result in a whole number value of y. Understood? You have to take such value of x which will give you a whole number value, not fraction, because if you take fraction it will be difficult for you to solve it, okay, or to plot it in the graph paper. So it's recommended to take such values which will give a whole number value to y. Okay, so here I have already considered, okay, so this is the table, okay, here you write x, and here after taking out the value of y, you put it here, okay. So first you take 0. If you take 0, this entire part will be 0. 20 by 4, it will be 5. If you take x is equal to 4, so 4 3 are 12. 20 minus 12 is 8, and if you divide 8 by 4, it becomes 2. So we get 2 points. Okay, this is first point 0, 5, and the second point is b 4, 2. Similarly, you have to make the table for another equation 2. So here the equation is already, okay, known to us, that this was the first equation itself will give you this, otherwise you have to take it out from here. So instead you take this value, this equation, that will be better for you. Okay, already done. So y equals to x by 2. Now you take x equals to 2, y will be, if 2 by 2 divided by 2, it will be 1. If you take x is equal to 4, if you divide it by 2, you get 2. So you got another 2 points. The first point is 2, 1, and the second point, you see this point and these 2 points are same. So what we will do is that we will represent both this point by the same alphabet, that is b. So b will be 4, 2. Now what you need to do is that take your graph paper and plot these points a 0, 5 and b 4, 2. If you plot on the graph paper and if you join them, you will get a straight line which will be representing the first equation, thrice x plus 4y minus 20 equals to 0. Similarly, if you put these 2 points on the graph paper, on the same graph paper, okay, and join them, you will get another straight line which will be representing the second equation, x minus 2y equals to 0. Okay, now what you have, I have plotted these 2 points, like first point is 0, 5, so 0, 5, and the second point is 4, 2. Now you join them, okay, and write the name of the equation, okay. This equation, write the name of the equation on the line representing the equation. Similarly, you plot the second point b and c. B is 4, 2 and c is 2, 1. So this is b 4, 2, c is 2, 1. Now join them. Okay, you got another line which represents the second equation. Okay, now you see the two lines are intersecting at b 4, 2. Okay, hence the linear equation, hence the line representing equation 1 and 2 are intersecting at point 4, 2. Here the point of intersection gives you the solution of the pair of linear equation. So what was x? X was the number of times she took right. So she took right 4 times. This is the first place which stands for x, abscissa, and the second place is y, and it represents the number of times she played hofla. So you can solve a linear equation, a pair of linear equation graphically in this method. Okay, so there are 2 more graphs left. Okay, one is parallel lines and another is coincident. We will be discussing them in our upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching this video. Regarding any doubt, please tell us on the comment section. If you really feel that the video is knowledgeable, then please share this video with your friends. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel Lakshya Tutorial Guwahati, and also hit the bell icon so that you get the notification of our upcoming videos. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye, take care, stay home, stay safe.